Babes, grab your emotional support water bottles because the group chat is literally on fire today.
Like a 5-alarm blaze. We have so much ground to cover.
We really do. And look, Biggs, we literally just finished recording our daily gossip recap, so if you're here for reality TV chaos, do not forget to listen to that episode first.
Right, go get your Bravo fix over there. We already yelled about it for an hour.
Exactly.
Okay.
And babes, if you are here for Hollywood news, this is your safe space. Babes, we are here.
We have arrived.
Yeah.
And I am heavily caffeinated, although, honestly, the caffeine is wearing off and I'm entering my crash era.
Oh, same. The caramel frappes are officially gone. They are a thing of the past.
Tragic, honestly.
Right. And now, like, you've got Olipop on deck. We have officially pivoted.
I'm literally holding a vintage cola flavor right now, pretending it's a Diet Coke.
Babes, is probiotic soda literally the trend of this decade? Because I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Oh, absolutely. It's the ultimate wellness culture delusion.
Like, do we actually enjoy the taste of this? Or are we all just collectively pretending that having a healthy gut is a personality trait?
It's 100% a personality trait now. If you don't have 50 grams of plant fiber in your beverage, are you even trying to succeed in life?
I mean, babe, suddenly everyone's microbiome is famous.
We went from diet culture to gut flora culture, and it's exhausting.
It is. Like, I don't want to think about the bacteria in my stomach while I'm trying to review celebrity outfits. It's too much pressure.
Well, speaking of trends, since we're officially crowning probiotic soda the drink of the 2020s, I think we need to do some trend forecasting.
Oh, I love this. Snark Squad, we want your predictions in the comments too, by the way. Tell us what is going to define this completely unhinged decade.
Okay, I'll go first. My #1 prediction is that AI assistants are going to become way too emotionally supportive.
Wait, yes. Like, Siri is going to start asking about my childhood trauma.
Exactly. You're going to ask Alexa to set a timer for pasta, and she's going to be like, are you eating carbs again to cope with your breakup? We should talk.
Oh my God, that is terrifying. Okay, my first one is tiny luxury addictions.
Ooh, define tiny luxury.
Like, nobody can afford a house, right? So instead, we are literally obsessing over $40 lip balms and artisanal ice cubes.
Oh, the aesthetic ice cube trays are a disease. I have 3 of them.
See? Tiny luxuries. Okay, what's your next one?
Weird wellness trends. Like, we are 5 minutes away from celebrities endorsing, I don't know, breathing actual moon dust for longevity.
Literally. They'll be like, I actually sleep in a vacuum-sealed chamber filled with eucalyptus.
Right. And my third is the complete monetization of the soft life culture.
Oh, explain that.
Like, people are working so hard to film themselves resting. It's an oxymoron. Setting up a tripod to aggressively show everyone how much you're chilling on a Sunday.
It's exhausting just watching it. Okay, my next one is nostalgia fashion, but like hyper-accelerating. We're already getting nostalgic for 2019.
It's a sickness. We're going to see people unironically wearing surgical masks as a retro fashion statement. Stop. I actually shuddered. Okay, my third one is people romanticizing literally everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, babes, you aren't romanticizing your commute. You are just sitting in traffic on the 405. Stop adding a sepia filter to it.
It's just a Honda Civic. Let it be a Honda Civic. Okay, my final prediction, and I think this is the ultimate elite flex of the decade, is the offline vacation.
Oh, wait, I actually love that.
Right. Like, you pay $50,000 to go to a resort where they legally confiscate your phone and you just stare at a wall.
Because having 0 digital footprint is the new quiet luxury.
Exactly. It shows you are so rich you don't even need to prove you went anywhere.
Snark Squad, please drop yours below, because
Yeah.
I know you guys have some completely unhinged ones.
Yeah, we need the group chat's consensus on this.
Okay, speaking of the group chat, we have a very serious question for you guys. We've both been thinking about bringing our lawyer friend Rebecca onto the podcast for an episode.
Yes. We've been debating this for weeks. Because honestly, the amount of literal legal chaos happening in pop culture right now is staggering.
It really is. Like, every celebrity is currently suing each other, and we are just reading TMZ articles trying to understand defamation.
Right. And we thought maybe having a literal lawyer's perspective on celebrity mess would make the podcast, I don't know, smarter.
Or it would just be so much more chaotic. Because she operates in reality and we operate in vibes.
Exactly. Like, babes, we also kind of love our normal format.
We do. We love being messy.
Would adding a legitimate expert ruin the vibe? Like, is our lack of credentials part of the charm?
I personally think our complete ignorance of the legal system is what makes us endearing.
And like, would Rebecca even survive our spirals? She is professional.
Yeah.
Babes, imagine us interrupting a real legal explanation.
She'd be trying to explain contract law, and we'd be asking if the celebrity involved was toxic.
Literally. They'd be like, okay, but what was her aura like during the deposition?
Yeah, so guys, vote in the comments. Let us know if you want smart content or if you want us to stay in our lane.
Please stay in our lane. Anyway, before we get into the absolute massive pile of Hollywood news, let's do our highs and lows of the day.
Yes. And strict rule today, no work talk. Absolutely no work talk.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
We are protecting our peace. My dental office does not exist in this
I
timeline.
don't even know what teeth are right now.
Thank you. Okay, so my high of the day is incredibly emotional and high energy. I'm officially starting my Italian class later tonight.
Wait, I completely forgot you were actually going through with that.
I am in my European era. I bought a new notebook. I have cute pens. I'm going to be so fluent.
Are you going to be fluent, or are you just going to know how to order a spritz aggressively?
Both. It's called culture. But my dramatic low is that I had to go to the post office today.
Oh, no. Thoughts and prayers.
Babes, it was a war zone. I was just trying to return a pair of pants, and I felt like I was battling for my life in line. Why is adulthood just inherently exhausting?
Because it's just a series of random errands until you die. That's literally what life is.
It is. I was trying to romanticize it, like we just talked about. But the post office smells like cardboard and despair.
Yeah, there is no romanticizing fluorescent lighting. My high of the day is very simple. I managed to keep my iced coffee from sweating onto my laptop.
A genuine accomplishment.
Thank you. It was a close call. But my low is just generally the mood of the day. It's that weird feeling where you've been highly productive, but your environment is still completely chaotic.
Like you answered 80 emails, but there's a pile of laundry staring at you.
Exactly. I feel like I'm thriving and failing simultaneously.
That is the millennial and Gen Z condition, honestly.
It truly is. All right. Should we transition from our normal, exhausting lives to the completely unnormal, highly publicized lives of billionaires?
Yes, please. Get me out of my reality. Okay, we are diving into the biggest stories from the last 24 hours. And quick disclaimer, anything involving the royals today is alleged because, babes, we've heard they are litigious.
Highly litigious. They literally have centuries of practice suing people.
So we're just fans reacting to the timeline. Okay, these are our opinions. And the timeline right now is very focused on Prince Archie, who just turned 7.
Which is why 7 years old.
Right, like happy birthday to him. But the British press is using this 7-year mark as this grim reminder of the feud.
It's basically a biological clock for the estrangement because he hasn't seen King Charles since, what, the Platinum Jubilee in 2022?
Yes, 2022. Archie was a toddler. And now there are all these reports saying King Charles is, quote, full of regrets over the feud.
Which, okay, fine, he's a grandfather. I'm sure there's genuine sadness there. But structurally, let's look at the PR.
Oh, totally. Because Charles and Camilla were literally just in the U.S. for a visit, and they didn't meet up with Harry and Meghan.
Right. You were on the same landmass, arguably in the same time zone for part of it, and zero contact.
And the excuse the palace insiders are giving is that there is a, quote, loss of trust. They are saying Charles is absolutely terrified that if he talks to Harry, Harry will leak the conversation or put it in a new documentary.
The fear of leaks narrative is so convenient for the palace. It's a masterclass in PR deflection.
Right. I'm sorry I had to push back on this so hard. The palace PR machine practically invented leaking.
Literally. The Royal Rota is just an organized leak syndicate.
Exactly. And they want us to believe they are just these passive, terrified victims. Calling him a security risk to the family feels so manipulative.
It places the blame entirely on the Sussexes, like, oh, we'd love to be a happy family, but Harry has a Netflix deal, so our hands are tied.
It's giving toxic mother-in-law energy, honestly.
Yeah.
But the other side of this is the media coming for Harry and Meghan's marriage again.
Oh, yeah. Rob Shooter's recent comments on his show.
Yes. Babes, Rob Shooter claims they are, quote, living separate lives, and that the only thing uniting them is the Sussex brand.
Let's dissect that phrase, separate lives. It's designed to make you think divorce is imminent.
That's so dramatic. He called Harry Mr. Mom and said Harry just hangs out with the kids while Meghan runs the business.
First of all, using Mr. Mom in the year 2026 is actually embarrassing.
So 2005 of him. Harry is just parenting his own children.
Exactly. But analytically, if they are dividing and conquering, isn't that just how you run a massive corporate brand?
Yes. It's like a corporate merger. People want them to be this overly romanticized Romeo and Juliet, constantly holding hands.
Right.
But in reality, they are two executives taking separate Zoom calls in different wings of a giant Montecito mansion.
And that's fine. If Meghan is driving the lifestyle brand and Harry is doing Invictus, that's operational efficiency. It's not a failing marriage, it's a diversified portfolio.
Right. But obviously, to keep that portfolio afloat, Meghan needs some serious backing.
Which brings us to her Hollywood power circle.
This was fascinating to see laid out
Yeah.
because she skipped the Met Gala and people immediately started saying she was losing her clout.
Which is so funny. Like, missing one red carpet means you are exiled from Hollywood.
No, it just means you don't want to wear a corset for 10 hours.
Yeah.
But the reports came out detailing who is actually in her corner right now, and it is a literal Mount Rushmore of power. Babes. It's Oprah Winfrey, Melody Thompson, Shonda Rhimes, and Nicole Avant.
Who is married to Ted Sarandos, the co-CEO of Netflix.
That is not a friend group. That is a board of directors.
It really is. The source explicitly said they don't hang out daily. It's not about bottomless brunch. If one of them needs funding, advice, or a contact, they show up.
Which is exactly how you gatekeep power in Hollywood. Shonda Rhimes isn't just going to text you memes. She's going to greenlight your production deal.
Exactly. It's highly transactional, but in an elite diplomatic way. They are mutually reinforcing each other's status.
And speaking of reinforcing status, we have to talk about Kris Jenner.
Oh, the PR package heard round the world.
A literal masterstroke.
Yeah.
So there have been all these rumors that the Kardashians and the Sussexes are secretly feuding, right?
Oh, right, because of Kim deleting that photo last year.
Yes. But on Mother's Day, Kris Jenner posted this beautiful Instagram story thanking Meghan for a gift.
And it wasn't just a generic fruit basket.
No. It was a highly curated PR package for Meghan's brand, as ever. Scented candles inspired by Archie and Lilibet, plus Compart's chocolates.
The synergy is mathematical. It's brilliant.
Sending a Kardashian a PR package and getting them to actually post it to their millions of followers is the ultimate 2026 power move.
It really is. For Meghan, it bypasses traditional marketing. She gets direct validation from the matriarch of reality TV.
And for Kris, it's a power move too. She casually squashes a feud rumor without ever issuing a statement.
It's basically them nodding at each other across the VIP section, acknowledging that they operate at the exact same altitude of wealth.
I love the mess of it all.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'd rather have candle PR than actual legal drama. Which brings us to the Legal Era's Tour of the Week.
Yes. The Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni lawsuit has finally imploded.
Imploded is the right word. Babes, they finally settled the "it ends with us" mess.
Let's remind the Snark squad of the stakes here. Blake sued Justin for harassment, and Justin countersued for $400 million claiming defamation.
It was so dark.
Yeah.
And they were literally 2 weeks away from a massive trial in New York.
And then they just settled. But the craziest part? $0 exchanged hands.
A $0 settlement. After Justin's lawyer went on TMZ and called it a huge victory.
Right. Spending millions on lawyers to make $0 is certainly a choice.
I read they spent $60 million combined on legal fees. $60 million.
That's what happens when you hire crisis PR and lawyers who bill thousands an hour. The meter never stops.
I compare this to a deeply toxic breakup, where both people just agree to block each other and pretend it never happened. But the lawyers still take a $60 million cut.
Exactly. But Ronald Richards, the attorney, pointed out Blake might still go after Justin for her attorney's fees since his countersuit failed.
So it's not even fully over. Justin was spotted in Nashville all smiles with his wife, though.
Of course he is. He survived a $400 million legal game of chicken.
But the backlash Blake is getting is insane. Nick Kelly absolutely went in on her.
Oh, Megyn Kelly was brutal. She basically said Blake tarnished her own reputation and only settled because she had no real case.
Which is such mean girl energy. Harassment is incredibly hard to prove in court. Settling doesn't mean it didn't happen. It means she probably didn't want to be cross-examined for 3 weeks on live television.
It's a completely pragmatic brand protection move. But Megyn Kelly wasn't done. She also decided to drag Kim Kardashian.
Ugh, I was so annoyed by this.
So Kim is reportedly pausing her California bar exam journey. She's skipping the February and July tests.
Which, babe, she runs a billion-dollar shapewear empire, has 4 kids, and is starring in Ryan Murphy shows. I think she's a little busy.
Exactly. She lacks the time to study hundreds of hours. It's logistical. Yeah. But Megyn Kelly literally looked into the camera and said, "Leave lawyering to the smart people."
I audibly gasped when I saw that clip. It is so unnecessarily cruel.
It's completely flawed logic, too.
Yeah.
Kim already passed the baby bar, which has a notoriously brutal pass rate, like around 20%.
Right. She proved she can do the academic work. Pausing the real bar exam is exactly what a normal law student would do if they were completely overwhelmed.
But because she's Kim Kardashian, her responsible time management is framed as an intellectual failure.
Exactly. She gets crucified for literally making a smart adult choice.
Well, meanwhile, we have an actual convicted criminal making terrible choices and being rewarded for it.
Oh my God. Transition of the century. Anna Delvey.
Anna Delvey is pitching a tell-all memoir.
Which, okay, fine, get your bag. But she is refusing to use a ghostwriter.
This is the delusion we love to see.
Babes, would you actually read a book written by a convicted con artist if nobody fact-checked it?
Absolutely not. From a legal standpoint, it's a nightmare for any publishing house
Right.
who is vetting her claims.
Nobody. She has a documented history of literally lying to banks. You think she's going to be truthful about New York socialites?
She got 300 grand from Netflix. She thinks she is invincible.
And the rumors about her joining the Real Housewives of New York.
Oh, Bravo is definitely salivating over the idea.
Throwing Anna Delvey into a room full of wealthy women who are obsessed with status. It's like throwing a lit match into a fireworks factory.
It is undeniable TV gold, though. Chaotic, but gold.
Speaking of chaotic reinventions, we need to talk about Ryan Seacrest's face.
The new face debut at the UCLA charity event.
I am spiraling over this. He showed up, and the internet immediately diagnosed him with an everything lift.
The side-by-side photos were very compelling, I have to say.
But his PR team claims, and this is my favorite part, they claim his new look is just from a Mediterranean diet and Pilates.
Ah, yes, the classic Hollywood male deflection. Olive oil and a reformer machine.
Babes, since when does eating hummus pull the skin behind your ears back?
It doesn't. But male celebrities can't use the good skincare and contouring excuse that women use, so they lean into vague fitness regimens.
It's so transparent we know what a facelift looks like.
But Ryan's entire brand is being the safe, relatable, everyman host. Admitting to major cosmetic surgery ruins that illusion of effortless energy.
Okay, true. But the other rumor about him is that he is allegedly on Tinder.
Which is logistically baffling.
Imagine swiping on Tinder in LA and matching with the host of Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, do you want to buy a vowel? Like, how does that conversation even start?
I would scream. It just shows how hard it is to date when you are that famous.
Which is why celebrities just end up dating each other in these highly controlled soft launch scenarios.
Speaking of the ultimate soft launch, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet at the Knicks game.
A masterclass in domestic PR.
I fully swooned. They were sitting courtside, and the video that went viral wasn't them aggressively making out. It was Kylie just gently fixing his hair.
Smoothing the split ends.
Yes, and then he kissed her shoulder. It was so normal and sweet.
And strategically brilliant. They wore coordinated, subtle outfits. They are moving from shock value to humanized couple.
But wait, the craziest part is that Timothée skipped the Met Gala for this.
Which is a huge deal for him. He is the darling of high fashion.
So why skip fashion's biggest night to wear a sports jacket and shoot hoops at Madison Square Garden?
Because he needs to appeal to the bros. He's carrying massive franchises like Dune now. He needs to show middle America that he's a normal sports guy, not just an avant-garde fashion icon.
It's the broification of Timothée Chalamet. He even shot a three-pointer on the court.
And nailed it. It's basically the exact same playbook Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are running, just in reverse.
Which, oh my God, the Travis Kelce update. I am unwell.
The 3 words that broke the internet.
He was on his New Heights podcast interviewing golfer Rory McIlroy, right?
Ah.
And Rory is talking about his wedding day, saying how surreal it was.
And Travis just smiles right into the camera and says, I can't wait.
I shrieked. Babes, they announced their engagement in August. We are all waiting for the summer wedding.
And Travis knows exactly what he is doing.
You are always so cynical about this.
I'm just analytical. He gave us 3 words. He didn't drop a date, a location, or a designer. But he kept the NFL and the Swifties completely united and talking about his podcast during the off-season.
It is breadcrumbs. But I will happily eat the breadcrumbs. I want to see her dress so badly.
It is highly disciplined public relations. I will give them that.
Okay, let's cleanse the palate from the cute romance because some celebrities are literally fighting for their lives at parties.
The transition from Madison Square Garden to actual horror stories?
Yes. Ella Thomas from Love Island UK, Season 10. Did you see her TikTok?
I did, and it is genuinely terrifying.
She was at a 26th birthday brunch in London, and she said the vibes were immediately off. Like the people were way too intoxicated, way too early.
And then the accident happened.
A freak accident.
Drop.
Someone smashed a glass bottle, and massive shards of glass just rained down on her foot. She severed an artery.
She posted photos of the blood. It was a life-threatening hemorrhage.
But the part that made me sick to my stomach, she said while she was on the floor bleeding liters of blood, girls around her were literally laughing.
That is the dark side of exclusive, high-status environments.
How do you laugh at a woman bleeding out?
It's a sociopathic defense mechanism. In these VIP sections, reacting with genuine panic is seen as uncool. People are so desperate to maintain the aesthetic that they dissociate from actual trauma.
It is disgusting. This is exactly why the offline vacation trend we predicted earlier is necessary. Going out is a literal hazard.
It really is. And the physical vulnerability connects perfectly to what Khloe Kardashian just revealed about Coachella.
Oh my God, yes. On the Wonderland podcast, Khloe said that in 2016 she was unknowingly drugged at Coachella.
She picked up the wrong cup in a VIP area where people were casually partaking.
Which is so scary. She said she started panicking, her brain chemistry completely flipped, and she ran and locked herself in a bathroom.
Which is a primal survival instinct. Coachella is highly stimulating. Loud music, intense lights. When your neurochemistry is hijacked, that environment becomes a nightmare.
She said she wouldn't even come out for people she knew. It's like the universal female experience of needing a quiet space when the club gets too overwhelming, but amplified by 1,000.
It completely shatters the flower crown festival aesthetic we see on Instagram. It's chaotic and unregulated.
Truly. Okay, let's move away from the physical danger and end with some pure corporate cringe.
My favorite kind of cringe.
The Zoe Kravitz and Hulu situation.
Absolute institutional incompetence on Hulu's part.
So Hulu canceled Zoe's show High Fidelity 6 years ago, right? And she was very vocal about how mad she was.
Yes, she burned that bridge publicly.
So why on earth would Hulu's social media manager post a picture of her in character with a caption referencing her fiancé Harry Styles' new album?
Because brands desperately want parasocial engagement.
They captioned it saying her character would listen to Kiss All the Time disco occasionally.
Trying to leverage her real-life relationship to promote a show they literally threw in the trash.
And Zoe just commented, "This is tacky."
3 words, a lethal strike.
It was so satisfying. Hulu deleted it immediately. They got publicly humiliated by the talent.
It's a perfect example of why you can't act like a relatable bestie on Maine when you operate as a ruthless corporation behind the scenes.
Exactly. But you know who actually understands corporate synergy? 14-year-old Harper Beckham.
Oh, the teenage CEO.
Victoria Beckham revealed that Harper made a formal PowerPoint presentation to pitch her own teen acne skincare line.
A 14-year-old making a pitch deck.
Babes, when I was 14, I was putting toothpaste on my pimples and praying. Harper's out here securing venture capital.
When your parents are David and Victoria Beckham, you don't ask for an allowance, you ask for seed funding.
It is wild, but it also makes me feel so unaccomplished. Like, I am just trying to survive my errands, and these kids are building empires.
Which is why our final story today is the most relatable palate cleanser of all time.
Yes. Kylie Keltz talking about her perfect Mother's Day on New Heights.
She gave the most flawlessly pragmatic answer.
Travis asked what Jason was planning, and she just said she wanted to go out to eat so she didn't have to clean up the kitchen.
No romantic breakfast in bed because that just means crumbs in the sheets.
And then she said her ultimate gift would be 20 minutes of absolute silence.
Just her outside, alone, while Jason and the 4 kids stayed inside.
And absolutely no back rubs from Jason's, quote, man mitts.
Which is hilarious, but structurally it makes so much sense. When you spend your entire life managing other people's needs, the ultimate luxury isn't a diamond, it's just the absence of input.
Exactly. 20 minutes where nobody is touching you, perceiving you, or making a mess you have to clean up.
I think we all need 20 minutes of silence after dissecting this much Hollywood chaos.
Honestly, yes. So, Snark Squad, thank you so much for hanging out and surviving the caffeine crash with us.
We covered a lot of ground today.
We did. Remember to drop your decade trend predictions in the comments and officially cast your vote on whether Rebecca should guest star.
Please vote responsibly.
And share this podcast with your messiest friend. You know the one.
They need to hear the Anna Delvey takes.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and send in your shady, snarky, or stupid submissions.
We read all of them.
We do. Okay, we want to leave you with one final thought to mull over today. If you had the budget of a Kardashian, what ridiculous daily inconvenience would you throw money at to make disappear?
I would pay someone to never have to look at a post office again.
See? The dream. Let us know in the comments. All right, babes, stay trendy, stay chaotic, and we will see you on the snark side.